Hello, bonjour, and good day, and welcome to another House of Freeman production. Today I'm going to be diving into some gorgeous products that I think you're going to love. I've got an eyeshadow palette and a lipstick and liner that I've been eager to try out. I'm going to be swatching them and testing them out for you today. As you can see, I'm already wearing the finished look, but I am going to take you through exactly how I created it step by step. So let's jump right in and see how these products perform. I thought I would start the video by giving you some swatches of the palette. This shot shows the swatches in the normal studio lighting. These were applied without an eyeshadow primer. And here is a shot with the iPhone flash aimed at the shadows. As you can see, the glitters and shimmers are nicely reflective, and I applied these with a finger. I had to apply some glue under the pressed glitter shades to get better payoff. Here's a close-up shot of the eyeshadows. There are 12 shadows in this Rocky Horror themed palette with a range of textures. There are mattes, shimmers, and pressed glitters. Moving on, here's a swatch of the lipstick and lip liner in normal studio lighting. And here it is with the iPhone flash. Let's get into testing these products with my complexion makeup pre-applied. Now that I have a makeup base applied, we can go in with the first shade in the eyeshadow palette. We're going to go in with this brown up the top here to start sculpting in some brows. Don't look at my palette. I covered the mirror with the tape because it's annoying when trying to show things, and I have actually gone in and used this palette before. As you can see, it is a little bit messy, but I will be recreating the same look again. So let's do some brows. I'm going to be taking my normal Bdellium Tools 726 brush, which is this fine angled brush, dipping into the brown, tapping off some excess, and let's draw a line where we want the brow to start. I'm going to take a smudging brush and I'm just going to dip it into the brown as well. And then I'm just going to make sure that everything is stamped into the color of the brow. This brown is so dark that it almost looks black when you build it up, which is interesting because there is a black shade next to it, so it's almost as if you're getting a lighter black in this palette. It is a little surprising to me that there isn't a matte white shade in this palette, considering they use a lot of stage white, so I would expect something like that to be able to recreate some of the looks from the show or the film, but I didn't get to choose the color story. But we will discuss my opinions on the color story in this palette at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. For the first eye, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to go into this brown here. As you can see, there is a decent amount on the brush, and I'm just going to take it in as I normally do and define a shape. Initially just putting it into the hollow of the eye here. That is a fabulous load of pigment. There's not a lot of kickback from these, and I don't know why it concerns people nowadays. I think it used to be a whole, oh well, we're losing a lot of product when it kicks back, but granted, I just and blow the kickback away. Let's go up here. I do have a couple of quite troublesome little eyebrow hairs who have decided that today is not the day that they are going to stick. It's probably because I have done this look once today already, and then the microphone ran out of battery. So my entire memory card worth of filmed content had a microphone that just kept cutting in and out. And believe me when I tell you, that was one of the most frustrating things to realize when you finish doing everything and you move it onto the computer to start editing. I was livid, but we persevere, and I'm just refilming it now for you. If my hair was lighter, I would be using this as the brow color. And quite honestly, I could probably use this color as a contour on my skin tone. Maybe I'll try and do that. Maybe I will do a video where I take this palette and I try and do a full face. If that is something that you would be interested in watching, please put a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. I think that that has blended really nicely. The colors have built up, and that has given me the shape that I'm looking for. Lovely. Next, we're going to take this green shade here and we're going to place that all in our empty lid space. For this, I'm going to be using a flat brush, and I'm going to take the product on the brush, get a good amount on, so I'm kind of scraping the pan and then pressing the product into the brush as well, so that we've got this huge build up. Then I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray and I'm going to spritz the brush. Hopefully this will mean that it will adhere to the eye easier. Okay, I think that payoff was quite nice actually. Now this is just going to act as a base because I don't think this has enough kick for a rocky look, to be completely honest. We'll deal with the fallout in a minute, and then we are going to take this glittery shade down the bottom. Now, I don't normally use pressed glitters. When you pop your finger in them, they really decompress the pan, and it is a beautiful payoff, as you can see. But I don't know why I've done it on that finger, because it makes it very awkward to now put it on my eye. So I'm going to take that off that finger and we're going to swap hands. And I'm going to, again, put my finger into the glitter. Like, can you see where it's really decompressed compared to the other shades? It's really just been pushed in because you get a lot of the glitter itself, but you also get a little bit of the kind of mixing agent that they've put in it. So if I just gently tap this on top, hopefully we're going to get the sparkles that I'm after. This takes quite a bit to build up in my experience. I think it's definitely giving the shimmer that I expected from the original green shade. I think it's such a negative cost to be putting this all over my face. Like, it looks beautiful in the palette and it looks beautiful when it's swatched, but when you're looking at it on the eye, it's not particularly exciting. I think this is an eyeshadow palette where you're going to have to do your eyeshadow looks before you put a base down, for fear of getting covered in fallout. Because even though I've placed down this powder, the green is still lingering. I don't think it's worth the pain, honestly. We are going to do the lower lash line, so I'm going to take this smudging brush and we are going to go into this blue shade here. You get a nice, great big deposit of product on the end of the brush there, just by tapping and swirling a little bit. And then we're just going to sweep it under the lower lash line. I almost prefer this blue to the dark green on the top, even with the glitter on it. Like, this blue is giving a very metallic look, and I like that. And then I think this brown is looking a little too light now, so I'm going to grab the fluffy brush again and I'm going to go into the color that we used for our brows and just take a small little bit of that and try and deepen up this middle part. Yeah, I'd say that's a lot better actually. Looking at it face on, yeah, definitely. I am going to reapply the foundation on my nose because that is annoying me, and then I will be right back. There we go, that's much better. Right, moving on to the second eye. We are going to start by taking the black. We're going to go straight in, hardcore. We're going to take the fluffy brush that we've been using. Now, this in the pan does not look like a true black. It looks quite a grey black, but I've tapped it in. I've also tapped off a little bit of the excess on the towel that is on my lap because I have just reapplied foundation. I do not want to have to. That is quite a mark already. Don't want to have to reapply again because of the amount of fallout that we're going to get. Hopefully it can be mitigated somewhat. This black blends really nicely. So even though it's not giving you proper black when you first put it on, it can be built up to have that deep dark black color. Let's go into a smudging brush, take the white and really put it on here, under the brow. Honestly, this I think is what the palette is missing when I'm looking at it straight away, is this white shade. Because I use white a lot. And when you're using stuff like black, the only thing you have to blend it out is that brown, and I don't think it's going to be the right warmth to do that. I think it's going to be too warm, whereas this white is quite cool and makes it look a lot better. Yeah, I like that. Let's go into the color side of the eye, and let's take this pink shade here, and we're just going to place this all over the lid. So if I get that flat brush that we had, we're going to do the same spritz of setting spray. Let me grab my mirror, and we're going to pop this onto the lid. Look at that. Doesn't that pink just pop next to this black color? Even when we've toned it down a little bit and we've made it more of a grey than a black, the pink still looks phenomenal. Cool. Now we're going to go on top of the pink with the glittery red, because the pink is quite a nice base for it. So we're going to go in with finger again. That is a beautiful swatch. It's a stunning colour. Wrong finger again, Dana. Far too much fallout for what it's doing for you. And it's not doing the most, which is really quite annoying. I'm going to take a smudging brush. I'm going to take the black shade, and I'm going to create a mini halo eye on the bottom here. I'm going to take another smudging brush and take the pink shade, just pop that in the middle here. And then finally we will grab a pencil brush, and we're going to go into this shade here. Now this one does get kind of pushed out of the pan when you use a pencil brush, but I'm going to use it as the inner corner highlight. Now this shade is my favorite shimmer shade in the palette. It looks white, but then when you catch the light, it reflects pink, and it's just so nice. And then we'll take this smaller blending brush and go into this color here, this white, which is a gorgeous shade. It goes on to the skin as a stunning highlight. I will show you in a second on the face, but this will just open the eye. So the lip liner and lipstick come in this little pack. It's a sliding pack. Has all the information that you could need on the back. The unit carton itself looks like this, and you get two products, a lip liner and a lipstick. The lip liner is one of those plastic pencils, so it's not like the wooden pencils that you would, well, that I would much rather have, but it does glide on the lips so effortlessly. Yes, it glides on really easy. Let me show you. So that's the lip liner all applied. As you can see, it comes off a little bit pink compared to what you see in the packet. I've used this twice and I am getting to the point where I'm going to have to sharpen it. So even though it goes on beautifully smoothly, you will run it down quite quickly. And I don't think they do these individually, but that's besides the point. Anyway, moving on, here is the lipstick bullet. It has a little lips on it, and then there is the information on the back. The color of this is stunning. I mean, look at that red. Oh, so good. And let's apply it to the lips. Now, when you apply this lipstick, it does feel very creamy, very luscious, but it is not kiss proof. There's the back of my hand. Fat old lips. But after doing that, you have still got a fabulous amount of product still left on there. That's really cute, actually. And it's such a nice shade of red. Yeah, I love that. I would definitely get the lip kit. 100%. If you're going to get something from this collection, get the lip kit. It is beautiful, but you will have to find a way of setting the lips. I will bring up a valid point about the eyeshadow palette in my final thoughts, but let's just put some highlight on the skin. And for the highlight, I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to take my highlighting brush and I'm going to go into this one here. Now watch this, honestly, it's so stunning. Just honestly, under the brow. Oh gosh. Just look at that. Just look at. I appreciate this is working on my skin tone and it may not work for others, but oh gosh, just looks wet, doesn't it? It is giving a slight cast when you turn away, but honestly, such a stunning color. Let's just blend it in. Oh, just stunning, just stunning. And let's see if we can redeem the red in the palette. If we grab a little bit of the glitter, we just tap it on the lips. Let's see if it does anything. Honestly, apart from getting all over my teeth, no, there is no redeeming it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That feels horrible. I'm grabbing that lipstick again. And I'm just going over the top because that was horrible. No. Don't like that at all. Do not suggest doing that. Do not do that when you get the collection. Please just don't do that. It's not good. It's not worth it. Okay, highlighters on. Let's grab some liner, lashes, and set the face, and then I will be back in a change of outfit, hair, and I can give you my final thoughts on the collection. Oh, I hate applying eyeliner over these pressed glitters. They just keep screwing up the eyeliner pen. Right, I'm back. Hair is on, necklace is on, change of costume. I still have the kiss mark on the back of my hand because why not? So let's look at the eyeshadow palette, shall we? You are getting a fair range of shades and a fair range of textures. The two textures that I'm fine with are the mattes and the shimmers. Some of the shimmers don't work the same as the other ones. Like this one is quite crumbly and then these ones are quite hard pressed. So you are going to have to really dig the brush in to get the payoff that you're looking for. These matte shades, oh, lovely. Like, look at how it drew the brows. And the initial outline of the eyes, gorgeous. But these two down here, the pressed glitters, in my opinion, they are too much hassle for what they're worth. So I would rather they swapped these two out and I would put this as a duochrome shade, something buttery, smooth, and easier to work with. You can keep the same colors, the green and the yellow, but I would like it to have a different consistency. The red, they can change to another duochrome, which could have a red to pink shift, like a red to magenta shift, and then that would look lovely instead of these, because they're just hard to work with on the eyes. They don't work well on the lips, and I don't vibe with them. This one I'm not going to use, nor this one, because this one comes off, even though it looks kind of mauvey purpley in the pan, it comes off silver when it's swatched, as you would have seen by the swatches earlier. So these two can go. Let's swap this one out for a bright yellow, something like Riff's hair, like that kind of yellow. And then this one, if we could have a matte red, that would just make the palette so much better. Because when I was talking earlier about this not being kiss proof, if you have a red matte eyeshadow, you can tap it over the top and then it will seal in all the color, and that would be really helpful in this palette. And like, come on, it's a rocky palette. Like I get we've got these, but they kind of seem a little bit gimmicky and not very useful. But overall, would I use this palette? Yeah, I could use it as a full face palette. I've got brows, I've got something to deepen the crease, I've got a contour shade for my complexion, highlighters. We just won't look at those two. And yeah, I'd say it's something that I would grab. It is going to get very messy very quickly, but for what it is, I really like it. And the artwork is just fabulous. You don't get many Rocky Horror themed makeup palettes out there, and this was a good version. As I say, I've got some tweaks that I would do, but if it was my company, I would be doing it a little bit differently. Moving on, the lipstick and lip liner. Now this, go out and buy it. Honestly, the lip liner is a stunning, easily glidable, really buttery, creamy product. Really liked it. And the lipstick, like, that color is stunning. It is stunning. And like, for two in the same pack, lovely. Go and buy that one. I would definitely recommend it. The consistency is so nice. It's like a satin finish as well, so you could put a gloss over the top of this, or you could do as I suggested and set it with an eyeshadow on top. But for what it is, it's very nice. So yeah, overall, love these. Love these. Some improvements, but very, very good. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing so that you don't miss any of my future content. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below. What did you think of the products in this video, and are you going to be purchasing any of them? If you're going to purchase just one thing, I would suggest the lip kit. It is my recommendation. If you know someone who would enjoy this review, please do share the video with them, and please go and explore the rest of my videos for other beauty tips and reviews. There's plenty more exciting content on the way, but for now, take care and stay tuned.